Hey folks, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a quick tour of Visual Builder Studio just to get to know what it is, where you can find different features, and how to do some handy little things in it. It's a really great tool. It's a really exciting new tool that's really powerful. So with that, we're going to jump right into the system. I'm logged in as Curtis Fetty. He has the application developer role. This is the role that gives you access to Visual Builder Studio. I'm going to click this navigator and go to configuration and then Visual Builder Studio. That will open it up in a new tab. Alternatively, if you are on a Redwood page and you'd like to edit that directly, you can click the settings and actions menu and select edit page in Visual Builder Studio. That will take you into your workspace to edit that page directly there. Um, we're going to take this navigation though, and I'll close this old tab out. We'll use this one. And right now it's taking us to the organization page. This is going to provide us just a bit of a summary of all of the projects that we have in Visual Builder Studio and our VBS instance. So we can see the projects that we have, info about our OCI account if necessary, build executor templates as well as the executors that we have. If we're using any component exchange or if we have any groups in our system, um, any properties that we want to mark down about the organization or just view any activities that have been going on. You probably won't be spending a lot of time here, but there's some interesting details in there. If we want to go into a project, we'll click on the link and it's going to take us into the project home. So we can see a lot of information here. We have our workspaces. I spend most of my time in Workspace HCM as an HCM functional consultant. It's just what I do. If you have other workspaces, you'll also see them here. We can see our environments. As a demo environment, we only have the one instance, but in your organization, you will likely have your dev environment, your test environment, and your prod environments all in here. If we scroll down a bit more, we can see the recent activity timeline to see any changes that were published and made. On the right side, we have our Git repositories. We have some statistics on defects, features, tasks, or any sort of organizational tools that we'd like to use. We can also see the team that has access. As we can see, only Curtis has access at this time. If we wanted to add individuals as members, we could do so. We're going to go to our workspaces tab on over here, and we can see a more detailed information about our workspace. If we click this workspace HCM, it's going to take us into Visual Builder Studio where we are able to make our changes in sort of a sandbox environment and then publish those into our dev environment. So as you can see, it's taking me into Express mode. I have on the left side here the option to select an area. So we'll go personal info, contact info. Why not? This is going to pull up a sort of a projection of that page. And then I have the option to configure fields and regions to create my business rules. If I'd like to set up any validations, I can do so. Or if there's any page properties that I would like to customize, I can do so here. There's some different options. You may need to run some background processes in order to sort of start developing these things. But as you can see, it was a really quick process to do so. So common properties, if I wanted a guided journey at the page level, maybe I've created an AI agent. I wanted to play it here. This is how I can do so. Maybe I want one just at the section level for the phone. I can do so as well. Or if I want to customize what shows up in the header, maybe in addition to Curtis's name, we want his person number up there, or his position code, or his work email. All of these are things that we're able to do. Really neat, some pretty cool features. I am going to, if I want to publish my changes, I can click publish here. Obviously, I haven't changed anything. I'm going to click these three dots and we can go to our extension lifecycle. This was the next tab down that we saw. Here, we're only going to see one extension. Or excuse me, we'll see two because of the two environments. There's only going to be one related to HCM. You'll see several of these instances for your dev environment, your test environment, and your prod environment. As you make changes in one and you want to deploy them in another, it's very simple. All you'll need to do is click this little rocket ship, and then you'll select the environment that you'd like it to go to and click deploy. As simple as that. Very easy. This is a new feature. It used to be very complicated. Oracle's really simplified it a lot. It's really exciting. I'm going to go to back to where we were. Let's see, we'll go advanced and then go back. We can go to our Git. This is just going to show us the Gits that we have. We can view and see any changes that have been made. If we'd like to go to from our branch that we're working on to the main, we can see any changes that have been made and pushed to the main. If there's any existing merge requests that we need to approve or review, they would exist here. These builds are where we can troubleshoot errors on why things might not be deploying. Our package job is going to be what bundles up any changes we've made in an environment, and the deploy is going to be what pushes it into the environment that our users are interacting with. It will push it to our dev environment or our test environment, wherever your Visual Builder instance is coming from. That's where it'll push it to. But otherwise, without these jobs, then we would not be able to push these things into an instance where users are able to interact with. Like we mentioned, we have our environments tab, and then project administration is going to be a lot of what we saw before. If we need to work with any integrations, if we want to look at usage metrics, if we want to track our issues, all of those things are going to live down here. This is a very streamlined look. There can be a few more options here depending on how complex your environment is, but it's a great tool. It's really exciting. It's all new. There's a lot of features and a lot of things that you can do with it. I highly recommend playing around with it, taking a look and getting familiar. In the comments down below, leave something that you learned about Visual Builder Studio that might be helpful to me or your peers. Thanks so much.